Wow, it just, look right now, take your seats right now. We're streaming live right now at AmericanFaith.com, AmericanFaith.com. You can go right there and just share it. Put it on your social media, AmericanFaith.com. We're also streaming on Rumble and ThriveTimeShow.com. So you can go there and share it with your family and friends and get in front of the camera maybe and just say, hey, I'm here, you know. We have, this person right here is a fireball. All I can say is, but we got a video that we're going to show right now before he comes out. So let's go ahead and play that video right now.
Are you going to stand down? Is this a lawful order or is this a bullshit order? And when something's a bullshit order and it doesn't pass the sniff test, that's when you say sergeant, that's when you say colonel, that's when you say general, that's when you say governor. I'm not doing that. I didn't sign up for that. I'd rather lose my job than lose my soul. Taking the first step to stand up when morally and ethically you don't feel like something is right. I chose to come here today because I knew I had to take a stand for liberty.
Come on, let's give it up. Let's give it up for Cordie Williams, founder of 1776. Free forever. Come on, forever free. Let's do it.
All right, Colorado, how we doing today? Praise God. Well, we got so much to be grateful for, don't we? Well, this little boy has something he wants to say to you real quick. Hey, little Cordie, what do you think about Gavin Newsom?
Throw it in the trash forever.
Throw him in the trash forever, okay? And Reese's got something to say about it too. Well, I just wanted you guys to come out and meet these two gentlemen. And he's going to go away with Annie real quick because, guys, what I want you to understand today, and we've got some special things to hand out to you in just a second. But before we do that, as you stay standing, because I got a gift for you in a second, I want you to think about them, not when they're screaming, but I want you to think about them back to that time. And I'm talking to the men for a second. Because, man, I got to say, the women have stepped up big time, and we have been the sleeping giants. We have been the sleeping giants. So big round of applause for the mama bears right now. Big round of applause for the mama bears. Big round of applause for the mama bears. And we've got gifts for the mama bears because daddies, gentlemen, I got a special message for you today. And I got to tell you, the moms are getting all the gifts today. And it's not everybody in here. It's not everybody in here. But I want all the men in here to level up and start to talk to people in their family that they know that are males that aren't doing anything. These are the guys worried about their bank accounts. These are the guys worried about the next video they're going to do. And these are the guys that don't remember that beautiful moment like I had on October 19th of 2016, where the little boy that just said he wanted to throw Gavin Newsom in the trash can, where I held him in my arms and I looked in his eyes and I realized that all the abuse from my dad, all the times I'd been doubted in life, all the times I've been kicked around, never thought I would have a wife, never thought I would have kids, this angelic gift from Jesus Christ came into my life. I'm going to let you sit in a minute, but what I want you to think about, gentlemen, is I want you to go back to that time period where you held your daughter or you held your little boy. And I want you to think about all the people that you know right now that are men that aren't standing up and leaning in. They're not standing up to their employer. They're not getting involved with their time, their hands, their energy, and their money. Because we are at DEF CON 2, at losing our republic. And everybody wants to be a patriot until it's time to do patriot shit. Everybody wants to be a patriot until it's time to do patriot SH #T. But the souls that are 6 feet under, the names at Arlington, you can have a seat. The names on the Vietnam Memorial, those souls, they're crying out for us to be a stand for them like they were a stand for us. And now is the time. Your conviction, your resolve cannot waver. It cannot waver, ladies and gentlemen, because when you take away choice, you take away the republic. That's what I want you to remember. When you take away choice, you take away the republic. Some of you might have saw me in Anaheim, Tulsa. Maybe you saw the video we played a second ago. How many of you have seen the talk about the Communist Manifesto that we've done on the road? How many people have downloaded the Communist Manifesto from 1776foreverfree.com? Okay, we got 5 people out of 2,500. That's not a winning percentage. And I like to win. So what we've got to do today is think about how can we beat our enemy if we don't know our enemy's playbook? How can you beat your enemy if you don't know your enemy's playbook? So the education spectrum, praise God. And we've got a lot of lions and lionesses in the audience right now. Because to your point, whoever said that, you're actually here while other people are at home sitting in their underwear watching Netflix. You're doing something. You're doing something. That's step 1, education, right? Step 2 is going to be litigation. But guys, pardon me humbly, those are the long-term plays. Those are the long-term plays. How are we going to get involved now and level up and lean in and push tyranny back so our kids aren't standing in a bread line talking to somebody like, I'm not even going to say Governor Polis because I call him Governor Pole because he's a tool bag, a complete tool bag. He's a complete tool bag. He made the douche happen in douchebag, okay? Because he doesn't support our freedoms. He doesn't support choice. And in Tampa, we announced my exploratory committee for U.S. Senate. And the reason why we did that, thank you. The reason why we did that, ladies and gentlemen, is because we realize that the Constitution is about choice. It's about choice. We want moms and dads to be able to control what goes into their kids' brains and what goes into their kids' veins. That is a constitutional right. And for any governor, any doctor, any sleepy, creepy uncle, whatever in the White House to tell me how to educate my kids and what to put in my kids, that's just darn right outright tyranny. That's just darn outright tyranny. And if you're offended by my rhetoric, you need to get a little bit more pissed off, okay? Because Jesus flipped over tables, Jesus was a lion, and Jesus walked with resolve and conviction. And how many men and women of character want to stand up today and commit to being lions and lionesses again? Because we got to start to put on the weapons that God gave us. We've got to start to talk in truth. We've got to start to take the shield and stand up like David did. And it's not going to happen in education. It's not going to happen in litigation. It is going to happen by telling them to read between the lines and getting civilly disobedient and standing up. That's what it's going to take. That is the short term how you win every single battle to ultimately win the war. How many folks agree that when you cost somebody $100 million, $10 million, or $500,000, if they're a small business who wants to put on facial condoms and have you take the draconian Luciferian jab that is the mark of the beast in my humble opinion, how many people believe that those people are enemy combatants? And what I mean by that is they're taking away your kid's future. They're taking away your kid's choice. And I want to go to Washington someday because I'm going to stand up, lean in, fight for Californians. But ultimately, I'm going to go scorched earth on the people that want to take away freedom and choice. We've got to do that. Colorado, we've got to do that. If not now, then when? If not you, then who? Because patriotism is not about what you get. It's about what you always give up. It's about what you always give up. Because I'm a third-generation veteran. I'm a first-generation chiropractor, but I'm a lifetime patriot. I'm a lifetime patriot. And so if you don't know the Communist Manifesto and Playbook, at the end of my talk today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer you a text message code and a phone number where you can download it and you can get some free stuff and knowledge. But then what I'm going to ask you to also do is go to one of our lovely links that we have on our website and select Form a Chapter. Well, here's how difficult it is. We're not asking you for money. We're asking you to get up off your tail and grab a set. And everybody that's here, a set of ovaries or testicles, okay? The ovaries have been really loud. I think we need to tape on some of the testicles, especially the rhinos in Washington, okay? And if we need to tape on some, we will. We'll just elect different guys that are gonna stand up and lean in or are lions for Jesus. We need lions, people that put on the armor of God. The armor of God is what we've got to have. Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 20. It talks about that helmet of salvation, that breastplate of righteousness and the belt of truth. And it says that your sword is that scripture. And it didn't say lay down and be an MTP, a milquetoast, you know what? As my good friend Scott McKay says, it says be bold in conviction. Be bold in conviction. So go to 1776foreverfree.com, click Form a Chapter. Here's how hard it is. You fill out a half a page. Oh, I can't do that, Doc. That's too hard. Well, go to Arlington and tell somebody's dead brother that. Go to Arlington and tell them that. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is get 5 to 10 people in your church or your house and say, you know what? Every weekend we're going to get Doug Gibbs or Dave Oldham one time a week to stream the constitutional class through Zoom on the TV in my house or in my church. That's one way we're going to engage you. But now we got to get you involved. So what are we going to do? We're going to level up and lean in again and start to teach you activism through my good buddy here, Eric Hilton. And Eric Hilton has an amazing organization. He's going around the country in an RV. This is a disabled veteran. He's a soldier. How many veterans I got? Stand up. I need every Marine, every soldier, every airman, first responder, Coast Guard. You guys are the backbone of this country. You guys are the fighters. I'm going to ask you to continue on your service because right now the battle is not fought in some foreign place. Your battle right here to take back America and your kids, it's right here in the USA because they want to infiltrate communism and socialism. So when you form that chapter, what I want you to do is stream the Constitution. We're going to train you how to do civil disobedience, but then you're going to have to ony up and get some cannolis, as my Italian friends say, and you're going to have to go into your office and talk to the people you've been sitting together for 10 years, and they've been watching all the podcasts, and they're the keyboard warriors that attack the trolls, and you're going to ask them, God bless those people that do that, but now we're going to ask them to grab downstairs one more time, and we're going to say, you're going to go to all the 20 people in your cubicle, in your sector, in your unit, in your office, and you're going to say, Mary Jane, I hear you B and S or B and C, that's, you know the word, and complain, and I hear you do that every day. Well, I've got a way that you can get involved. What we want you to do is sign up on this list, and Dr. Cordie Williams is going to teach you how to do activism, and then what we're going to do is we're going to plan to walk out on another tool bag, our boss, that's saying he's gonna crumble to the cadaver in the White House and that he's gonna mandate forced vaccination or forced facial condoms. And we're gonna tell him no, we're gonna tell him to read between the lines, and we're gonna walk out and cost him about 200 grand or 500 grand or 10 million. Because when that happens, you actually make a change. Because they're continuing to push all the litigation, all the rules that they're following. They don't care, guys. That's what you have to understand. They don't care. So I'm a huge proponent of the long-term game, but I happen to be a guy when it's fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, I want to start dropping dimes. I don't want to sit on the sidelines and hand out Gatorade and jock straps anymore. I'm not sitting on the sidelines and handing out Gatorade and jock straps. That's what the guys in Washington are doing. And California is going to elect me when I finally announce and run. because I'm going to do something like Jackson Lawmeyer, like Mike Lindell, like General Flynn, like Clay Clark, like everybody on this stage. We're not talking. We're done talking. We're going to start doing. So right now, I want you to pull out your phones. Everybody get out your phones. And I tried to keep it PG-13. You know, I asked my pastor, Pastor Jurgen Matthesius, a long time ago. I said, Pastor Jurgen, can I say facial condom? And he's from Australia. He goes, Cordie, Dr. Cordie, I love it when you say facial condom. And I said, okay, well, the pastor said I could say it, so it's okay. So if you guys can bring that slide up real quick, what I want you to do, you're gonna get out your phone, you're gonna text 1776 Colorado to 855-773-1053. 1776 Colorado, 855-773-1053. And we're gonna have you level up and lean in with all sorts of resources, ways to take tool bags like Polis and tell them to go stick a pole. What you can do is you can download vaccination and facial condom scripts to know how to exercise your 5th Amendment and your 14th Amendment. There you can access the Communist Manifesto, and you can also access something new we're doing for veterans, Marines and sailors that are close to their end of active service or court-martial. They're trying to do that because they're total morons. Here, I want to congratulate you with your service. Get the Luciferian shot, or we're going to send you home where we can ruin your life with a dishonorable discharge. We're not going to let that happen, not on my watch. So there's 45 pages. There's 45 pages of the process. We want to get it stuck in appeals. Because what we know is if we can get it stuck in appeals, they'll get out before their case ever comes to the guy that's going to try to EAS them or court-martial them. Now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Text that number. You'll get an email. You'll get discounts at the booth. Come to the booth after. Hug my neck, shake my hand, kiss my boys. And gentlemen, remember, if we don't have our kids and we don't have choice, we don't have anything. God bless you guys. I hope you learned something. Have an amazing day and Semper Fi.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Come on, let's give it up for Cordie Williams. Dr. Cordie. Wow, wow, wow.